Okay, good morning. We're going to do some Pilates on the mat today. Most of this is for back, core, tummy and legs. If you can't kneel like this, don't worry, because we're going to go straight down and lay down. You'll need just a block ball, and optional if you want the ring, you can do these exercises without. Once you're on your mats, first thing I want you to do is allow the knees to be bent, backs to be nice and straight, and we're just going to stretch, bringing the fingers interlocking together and pull away. Straight in the back, bring the arms above the head. Notice here my knees stay bent. You're going to feel the stretch through the vertebrae here. Really good if you haven't done much exercise recently. This nice big stretch, pulling from the lower back to the hands. You'll feel it also in the top of the thighs. Then I'm going to roll back, hold here, feel in the work through the core muscles. And we're going to stay there for 2 breaths. Fire in deep into the abdominals. And I'm going to bring myself down and make sure that the block under my head is comfortable, and then bring the knees back up. From here, bring the legs to a tabletop, placing the hands either side of the bottom to protect my back. I'm going to drop and lift for 60 drops, or 30 on each leg, straight into the core muscles. So here, working the legs as well, top of the thighs, working through the knees here, and you'll feel the back also working as we come down and up. And we're going to breathe in and out on every drop of the leg there. And as you drop, make sure if the back is hurting that you add your ball or pillow under the bottom. So still working through the lower back. Here, I'm halfway through, 30 drops more. We're going to keep touching the mat with the toes and bringing the knees up together. Just make sure that they're at a right angle. Now already you might be feeling, oh my goodness, it's been a while since I did this, a little sore on the lower back and tummy, so if you need to stop at any time, do. Last 10. Now we're going to draw both legs into straight knees to the ceiling. Feeling the lengthening here. Keep the legs at a right angle so you can see your toes in line with the knees. And then we're going to drop both legs and bring them up and down for 20. Now you'll feel the top of the legs working here. If you haven't done anything for a while, quadricep muscles will be felt. Working in the lower back, feeling the stretch of the front of the thighs. 10 more. And again, each time you drop the leg and lift, you'll feel the stretch the front of the legs. Now from here, open and close your legs. Placing the hands a little further under the bottom to protect the coccyx, or use the ball. We're going to open and close for 30 drops. Breathing in and out. This will allow the legs to warm up and to fully work your hips and adductor muscles. Now we're going to cross the legs as the legs come together. Still opening and crossing, feeling the work on the outside of the thighs, inside of the legs. Keep going. Two more. Now keeping the legs crossed, I'm going to add my ball now to protect my lower back. You can use a pillow. Into a half boomerang, lowering the legs and coming up again, working lower back and tummy. Each time you drop the legs, you'll feel the back burning. And this is a good thing because the blood flow here is travelling to the lumbar spine. If it's too much for you, make the drop smaller, yes? Breathing out as the legs drop and in breath to come up. Keep moving through the tummy muscles. Top of the quads now will feel a nice stretch. And then when you've done 15 drops, we're going to swap the ankles over. And swap over. Last 5. Now I'm going to rest the legs by bending the knees down. Remove your ball and the block. And then from here I'm going to rise into a bridge, bringing the heels towards the hands and arching through the back. And staying here for 2 to 3 breaths. Tilt a little further up and squeeze the glute muscles together in the bottom. From bridge, coming down, we're going to take one leg to the ceiling and take it out to the side and back again to the ceiling. I'm going with my hand to try and push the hip down to the floor as I go out to the side and back. Here, working your hip, your adductor and abductor muscles inside, outside of the thigh. Now watch the bent knee that it's not swinging side to side. Got 5 more here. Okay, ready to change legs. So bend this leg, taking the other leg out to the side. Again, controlling the bent knee with the hand. Stop the hip from moving. Hip should stay on the floor. As you take the leg out and back, you'll feel the inside and outside of the thigh. Now bring the leg down. Go back to bridge again. Heels to the bottom and lift up. Once you're here, if you do have a block at home, take it under the bottom, lift up the bottom onto the block so the back is rested. Walk the toes and heels to the block and then stretch open the arms above the head. Here, stretching through the spinal column, working the quadricep muscles and drawing the tummy muscles in, you will feel a complete stretch in the spine. Breathe in and out for 6 breaths. When you've completed 6 breaths, take one leg to the ceiling and stretch here from the hip to the toes. Change legs slowly. Go back to bridge and bring the arms to the block. Staying here for 2 more breaths, release the block, Squeeze the glute muscles together in the bottom and hold this using the quadricep muscles at the top of the legs for 2 more deep breaths. In through the nose and out through your mouth. Now lower the pelvis and walk the legs away and gently rock the body side to side. From here, once you've rested, I want you to use your tummy muscles to come up. We're going to place the block under the head or pillow if you don't have a block. Open out the elbows and gently increase the core muscles stretch by lifting the head to look towards your toes. Hold here for a count of 3 breaths. Now we're going to pulse the stretch by crunching for 20 pulses, bringing with the elbows out to the side, the chin to chest. Release the block and draw the knees in. Rock side to side, releasing your tummy muscles. And gently as you rock side to side, allow the back to fully rock into your mat. So you're kind of massaging your back muscles. Into a split scissor hold. You may need the ball under the bottom. If not, place the hands either side of the bottom. Draw one leg straight in front of you and the other to the ceiling. We're going to hold this position in a split scissor for 6 breaths before we scissor the actual legs. So deep breaths in and out. You will feel the pull at the top of the legs. To progress, open the legs wider. Remember the long leg in front of you, the heel is off the floor. This will fire your core muscles, lower back and tops of the legs. Ready to swap? Deep breath in, change the legs over and hold again. Try and get the elbows lengthened and the knees straight. For those that want to progress, open wider. Don't worry about pointed toes, relax the feet. Now into scissors. We'll try 16 of these, bringing one leg up and down at a time. Don't forget to breathe. Now draw the knees in and rock side to side. We're going to go on to our side now, so choose the side that's most comfortable. Once you're over, make sure the pillow or block is under the head, the arm in front of you, the other hand extended to the side of the leg. Then we're going to split scissor the legs on the side, so same exercise we did on the back, but then we're going to lift the bottom leg as well, stay balanced on the hip. You should feel the front hip slightly off there. And we're going to hold, breathing in and out, feeling the stretch on the top leg. Now lower the bottom leg and continue to lift the top leg up and down for 30 stretches. This side bend kick will help the bottom, glutes and thighs. More. Now to release the thighs, pull the heel to the bottom and draw the leg back down, placing the knees together and pull the heel to the bottom, holding here for 4 breaths. Watch the shoulders not tense, relax the shoulder. Working your back and hips now. Come up onto the elbow that's underneath you that you're laying on, and then holding here, scissor the bottom leg and the top for 30. Forward and back. Use your glute muscles to support the balance. If you're finding it hard, drop the legs and carry on after. Ten more. Now draw the legs together and bend the knees. Staying here on the elbow, push the hip forwards so all of the weight goes underneath you. From here, lift the bottom leg and for 30 counts again, go forward and back, working the hip, drawing the knees to the tummy and the heel to the bottom. If 30 is too much, do 50. Change over when you're finished. We're halfway. Keep going. Now try not to move the upper body. Make sure you're not pulsing with the top half of the body, just the bottom and leg. Well done. Drop both legs to relax. Drawing the knees behind you and the hip forward into clam, open and close the legs, also for 30, targeting the glute muscles and the legs. If you're finding it hard to keep to 30, do half, and then we'll roll over. If the hip starts swinging back, push behind the hip so that the hand is pushing the hip forward as the leg pulls up. This will target the glute muscles more, making our bottom or posterior a little smaller. 10 more. Draw the knees in and change sides. You should be nice and warm. Lengthening again, the arm in front of you, the legs close together, the head comfortable on the block. Hold into a side split scissor, lengthened arms, elbows and knees. Breathing in and out, hold this position. Drop the bottom leg, and as we did on the other side, up and down for 30. If you find that you're rocking on the hip, bring the hand in front of you. Draw the legs backwards, come up onto the elbow and rest the legs. When you're ready, bent knee swings. Again, forward and back. 30 altogether. Two more. Into clam when ready. Again, making sure the hips facing forwards. Then open and peel the top leg, keeping the knees bent. Open as far back as you can without moving your hip. If you're starting to move, it means you're not targeting the right muscles and the back's doing the work instead of the glute muscles. And remember, if you don't work the muscles, you'll lose the muscles and they'll go like jelly. Last 10. Now you might want to draw the heel to the bottom to hold it there. And then we're going to go on to our tummies. You'll need a block or pillow under the head as you face down. So rolling down, placing the forehead on your block into swimming, but we're going to break this up. Arms for 30, legs for 30, then joining them opposite, both together. So straighten when ready and lift one arm at a time to start with the 30, but keep the head down. Now opposite legs. Try not to bend the knee and keep the head down. Now opposite arm lifts to opposite leg, but don't move the head and don't forget to breathe. Now bring the elbows up and stretch the back. Holding here, bring the legs in together into a cobra stretch, feeling the hips on the mat, so make sure you can feel your hips. And stay there for 2 more breaths, relaxing through the shoulders. We're going to go back down, you're going to get quite warm now, and bring the back of the hands to the centre of the lumbar spine, keeping the body still and pulling, when ready, the upper part of the body from the waist up. And again, as we do this nice easy lateral stretch, try not to move the head. The head and neck stays facing down, and we're going to attempt 20 of these. Here we target the lower spine, stretching the tummy muscles and the abdominals. Relax the legs. Note here, my neck's not moving. We're on 10. 10 more. Take your time. Last one. Go back to Cobra to relax. Feel the stretch in the back and breathe. Now if you have a poorly knee, stay laying down as we go into knee kicks, so gently bringing up one at a time. If you want to work your core muscles as well, make a fist with the hands and come up onto the knees, and then do the same here, working through the knees and pulling the tummy muscles off the floor, using the abdominals. Two more. And then curl onto the knees, stretching the bottom or posterior to the heels and lengthening the arms above the head, stretching through your vertebrae. If you can't kneel on the knee, roll onto the back. Now coming onto all fours, gently from here, take the weight onto the hands should be directly under the shoulders, and then come out to the side and back. As you do this, count to 15 on each leg. If you can't kneel on the knee, roll onto the back and take the knee out to the side and back for 15, working the abductor and adductor muscles together. Last 5 on this leg. Changing legs when ready. Take your time. Don't forget to breathe. Last one, and draw again, bottom to the heels slowly to stretch into a shell pose. Forehead down and stretch the elbows and shoulders. Take the fingers away from the back. We're ready, push forwards and hold, bringing up the bottom and legs onto the toes and elbows, making a fist with the hands into a plank. coming down, roll back onto the back. When you're there, place the head on the block. Find the ring and place the ring between the knees. Make sure they're comfortable and bring the hands either side of the bottom. Squeeze your ring together, today for 40 squeezes, working the inside of the legs. Last 10. Now draw both feet into your ring, placing the pads on the outside, again tabletop with the legs, and then pull open the ring, also for 30 counts. Ten more. Now draw the ring on the outside to the feet, bringing the feet on the pad, and then stretch the hamstrings by gently rocking towards the head. Now hold it there as far as the legs will go. You may want to bring the hands either side of the ring to draw the toes closer to the head. Hold there for 4 breaths. We're going to come up now. Once up, we're going to balance with the leg in front or legs in front, the feet inside the ring, elbows close to the chest, and bring the head up as the feet are in line with the eyes. We're going to swiftly go here, working the tummy muscles and thighs by taking the ball behind you so you don't fall into a hip twist. So we're moving the ring, you might want to come down onto the elbows, and we're going to go left to right for 10. So a lay back hip twist here, feeling the burn in the tummy. Four more. And come up to seated. Straighten the legs in front and roll forwards. Placing the hands and fingers to the toes, curve the spine, head down. Going back to the side, but this time drawing the knee in front of you. Knee in line with your hip, other leg out to the side. You might want to lay on the arm or the hand. We're going to lift that leg and go up and down to stretch for 10. Now draw it forward to me and away again. Also for 15. Then change legs when ready. So lift it first, and then forward and back. And you can either lean on the arm here or place the hand on the ankle. Now lengthen the legs in front of you and give them a bit of a shake. Reach again, hands to the tops of the toes, and then bend the elbows down, and then tuck in the chin for 2 breaths. We're going to stretch the legs, so you're going to grab hold of the calf and bring up the leg to hold for 2 breaths. Now, grab hold of the foot and take the leg out to the side and hold that stretch. Allow the leg to fully lengthen towards the head and then turn out the hip. And if you can't hold on to the feet, do the same here with your calves. Repeat on the other leg, we're nearly there. To finish, lay back down on your blocks. Place the block widthways and hands underneath. Pull up again and up and down for 20 to finish. Into those tummy crunches again. Now stay there and hold for 2 breaths. Now lengthen the whole body, arms and legs. Recover for 2 to 3 breaths and close your eyes. Working on the shoulders, make sure the block's lengthways and draw one hand at a time to the hips and floor behind you. Big stretches here, relax the legs. Working into the shoulders. 2 more. Draw the knees up and straighten your back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Circle your feet in and away. And reverse. Slide one leg behind you and come up onto one leg. If you can't bend on the knee, come up to standing. And we're going to go to a yoga stretch to finish this Pilates exercise. Repeat on the other leg. Bend to come up to standing and have a good day. Well done. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.